Nothing. Nothing. Hello, nothing. That's you, yes, that's remember, yes. Good. Can you start the applause when I say so, is that alright? Okay, when I say so. Our next act is wonderful Nick Hill. Nothing's going to start the applause. Rip up around the room, welcome on stage, the wonderful Nick Hill. 1, 2, 3, go! Applause, cheer! Welcome on stage, Mr. Nick Hill!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what? I'm 65, right? I'm clinging on to life. After tonight, death won't come fucking soon enough. That's what I'm looking at.
It's going to happen, mate.
It is going to happen. It is going. Where's Dom? Has he gone?
Hey,
Oh,
I'll come closer.
you, sorry.
It's past
I'll tell you what, no, it's great you're here as a lorry driver because I got here about 7 and you've been here since then. And it's just been brilliant that you haven't pissed in a bottle and thrown it out the window. So I think you need to be congratulated on that. And you're not a very good lorry driver apparently, is that
Oh,
right?
you've been speaking to Mark.
I have been
Don't worry
speaking
about
to
him.
Mark. Going over curbs and stuff.
Curbs,
Is that what's happening?
curbs, children, it don't matter.
That's great.
Scouts.
And are you the Oxford graduate?
I'm not graduate yet.
No, that just believes in fucking fairy tales. What's your take on this Christmas bollocks then in the virgin birth? Do you believe it?
Yeah.
You do?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you not?
No.
I'm just so believable.
Right, okay. So it's believable. Right. So an angel just appears to a fucking virgin in wherever it is. Listen, I've got news for you. What's that? You're gonna have a baby. Am I? Yeah. But I'm a virgin. Yeah, don't worry about that. I've sorted it. It's not just any baby, it's the Son of God. That is believable, is it?
It used to happen at school.
It used to happen at school. In fucking Sawston, I'm sure it did. The angel came to Mary, he came to Joseph, he didn't go to the innkeeper. That angel did not go to the innkeeper and say, listen mate, in a couple of weeks time you're going to have 2 people turn up on your hall. I've looked at your Christmas diary, I know you're busy, make sure you get them a room. Because when that blue plaque goes up, you're going to be quids in. That didn't happen, did it? It's absolute fucking bollocks. Absolute bollocks. And you're studying, was it Arabic?
And religion.
And religion. So basically you're growing up, you're just going to be a terrorist, are you? That's what's going on. That's what's going to happen. Fuck off, I don't care. I've driven 101 miles for this today. I'm going back, I'll never see any of you again. Which is great. So we've had a shit few, since we've had a shit 5 years, haven't we? I mean, it started with Brexit, and I don't mind telling you, I voted Remain, okay? Not out of any strong political or social reason, it's just there's no way I want to go back to washing my own car on a Sunday. Right? Just not going to happen. And then we went through COVID, and now we've got the terrible situation in Ukraine and the Middle East, and we're all under the threat of nuclear war. And I'm thinking, there's only one thing left with humanity, and that's got to be alien invasion, right? I don't mind telling you, I did a gig in Peterborough a couple of weeks ago and stopped to ask directions, and I think those fuckers are already amongst us. Are you from Peterborough? No.
You are now.
You are now. I had a good year in 2022. I went to the Leicester Comedy Festival, and I entered the Silver Stand-Up, and I won it, which was brilliant. And it's basically a competition aimed at the over 55s. I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that. There's no upper age limit, so backstage it was like God's waiting room for comedians. One act, he was sat in a chair just before he was going to go on. His eyes were closed, and we were looking at him thinking, shit, is he asleep or dead? And somebody said, do you think we should wake him up? I was like, no, fuck him, it'll increase our chances. And I did the 5 minutes and I won, and I couldn't wait to get on the phone, and I phoned my wife. I said, you'll never guess, after 4 years of trying in this competition, I've only gone and won. And she's, yeah, thank you. And she was like, oh, that's fantastic, what have you won? Because obviously she is from Mumbai, and I said, I've won a trophy. All right. Anything else? No, just the trophy. I'm back home a couple of hours later showing her the trophy. She said, oh, that's lovely, but is there anything else you might want to tell me? I said, no, it's just a trophy. Right. They've been on the website. Oh, fuck, have they? What about the £500 cash prize they've advertised? I was gutted because I had that lined up for a special occasion. And she's like, what have they told you all through our marriage? I don't know, there's been so many fucking things it's hard to remember. She said, never lie. And she's right, you shouldn't lie. She went on a cruise last April for a week with her girlfriend Chris. She phoned me on the Wednesday. All right? Yeah, all right, yeah. Are you missing me? I remember what she said, never lie. Absolutely not. She started clutching at straws. I bet the dog's missing me. He wasn't, he was fucking loving life. He was loving it. He was sleeping on my bed, I was feeding him from the table, we were down the pub every night. We went and got tattoos, well I did, and he was sat there on the Friday, and I know he can't speak, but I was just looking at him and I could read his mind. He was just staring at me like, oh Dad. This me and you business is great, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Why don't we just move and not tell her? No, we can't do that. But the competition was just after Valentine's Day, and we celebrated Valentine's Day this year, me and my wife of 22 years. And by that I don't mean I'm married to a 22-year-old, that would be fucking brilliant. And I did the romantic thing. I phoned the florist, I said I'd like to order some flowers for my wife. She said, that's great, would you like a card? I said, yes please. She said, what do you want on the card? I said, I'll just put to Lynn all my love, Nick. And then she said, would you like a kiss on the bottom? And I said, that's fantastic service. I can be there in 20 minutes. And she was like, no, I meant on the bottom of the card. I said, yeah, I know, I'm a comedian, I was just making a joke. And quick as a flash, she said, I bet you don't get many gigs. That's harsh, isn't it? But we celebrated Valentine's Day at home, and we were sat there and Lynn said, can you remember how we first met? I said, yeah, vaguely. I think at the time I put an ad in the Lonely Hearts column. She said, yeah, you did. Actually, you had two, but I only replied to one. Did you? I didn't know that. Why was that? She said, well, in the second one, you put your height, right? I didn't know she was heightist. I should have realised, because about a week after we got together, I said, do you fancy going to Alton Towers for the day? And she's like, bit of a waste of £32 for you to be allowed on 3 rides. And then after we were married, I came home one day and she said, can you sit down, I need to ask you something. I said, what is it? She said, how do you feel about being only 9 inches taller than the largest emperor penguin ever recorded? She fucking Googled it. She had Googled it. I could live with that, but she worked in a school at the time, and I used to go in and have a coffee with her now and again. And I went in this one day, one of her friends said, oh, Lynn's in a meeting, but if you want to go into the staff room, have a coffee. I said, oh, thanks. She said, do you want a biscuit? I said, yes, please. Why don't you pick up a penguin? They all knew. They all knew. But we've been married 22 years, and she moaned, oh, there's no romance anymore. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, maybe on the odd occasion when we are being intimate, could we have some music playing? Just to break the silence. Okay, that's fair enough. So we were getting down to it, and I put the first track on I recorded. It was Angels by Robbie Williams. I thought that would do. Okay, I know now my choice of song number 2 was perhaps wrong, the theme from Match of the Day. And she does surprise me the other day, because we were watching something on TV, and it was an American prison film where the hero was going to smuggle drugs into the jail by wrapping the drugs in little cling film plastic and shoving them up his bum. And we were sat watching this film, and Lynn's like, well, that's bloody ridiculous, that is. What? Wow. What he's doing there, because we know how hard it is to get something up there, don't we? And I looked at her and I said, we do. And she went, oh no, it wasn't you. She moaned there's no surprises either in our relationship. And again, she's got a fair point. So the other night, she was in the bathroom getting ready. I went into the bedroom, turned the lights off, lit some candles. Hid under the bed, and when she came in, I just grabbed her ankles, and apparently that wasn't the surprise she had in mind. But she did surprise me last Christmas, just before Christmas. She said, "You have remembered, you're picking me up from my work stool tomorrow." That came as a total surprise because she's self-employed and works from home. I said, "No, that's fine, I'll do that." So I got to the place at the right time. She got in the car. All I said was, "Have a nice time." "Oh, you're saying I'm drunk?" "Oh, don't fucking start. Don't. No, but clearly you've had one or two." And then I got the classic. The thing is, I don't think you love me. I don't think you ever love me. So well, I do. I have. Obviously, there's no guarantee going forward. Well, if you love me, you can prove it. Well, how am I going to do that? She said, "You can get on top of me in this car and make love to me right now." So it's not going to happen. She said, give me one good reason. I said, "I'll do that. I'll give you better than 3. I got that wrong, didn't I? "I'll give you better than that. I'll give you 3. She said, "Go on then." I said, "Whoa." That Guinness has kicked in for me as well. And I'm driving. I said, "Well, number 1, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Number 2, we're still outside Wetherspoons in the middle of town. And number 3, we've got your girlfriend Chris in the back of the car because we're getting on the phone." And that's the thing. She's got that girlfriend. She went away on that cruise for that girlfriend for a week. No problem with that at all. I paid for that. I didn't have any issues with that at all. I wanted one night away with my girlfriend to spend that £500 with her. Shit I got into. I'll just leave you with this because 2024 is approaching and I've got to start thinking about resolutions, and one of my resolutions is to become a better person, a little less angry, and I still kick off from time to time because I've got issues. Well, I say issues. Let's call them by their proper name, shall we? Stepchildren. And I was having a conversation with one of them last Christmas, and I inadvertently used the word Eskimo. And I can't remember what contact. She went off on one. She said, "That is so awful." I said, "I'm 65. It's just a word that I've grown up with. I don't mean anything by it." She said, "The thing is, it's discriminatory, but you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Because you've never been discriminated against." I said, "Sorry?" She said, "You've never been discriminated against." I said, "I'm fucking ginger, of course I have." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Right, I applied for a gig in Bristol last year, and it said acts wanted, particularly those of LGBT or POC persuasion. And I phoned up and said, I'm interested in the gig. They said, are you LGBT? I said, no. They said, are you POC? I said, I don't know, to be honest, what does it mean? They said, a person of colour. I said, yes, I am. They said, what colour are you? I said, ginger. And they put the phone down. I don't look forward to this time of year at Christmas because it holds, it does hold a lot of bad memories as a child, because I can remember January 1963, I was 5. Just gone back to school after Christmas, and I came home and my mum was in the kitchen. I said, Mum, can I ask you a question? She said, what is it? I said, well, all the other little boys in my class were talking about the presents they had Christmas Day. She went, and? I said, but I didn't get any presents, did I? Yeah, it's heartbreaking. She said, no, you didn't. And there's a very good reason for that. I said, what is it? And she looked me straight in the eye. I was 5. She looked me straight in the eye and said, Santa don't stop for ginger kids. Yes. To be honest, it was the best advice she ever gave me, because I've had 2 ginger kids, never spent a penny on them at Christmas. I think that's my time. You've actually been lovely, actually. This has been far better than I thought it was going to be. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and thanks very much for coming out tonight.